Experiencing Free Radical's vision of Star Wars Battlefront, a series of words I never thought in my life I would actually say. But as Free Radical's Battlefront 3 is a lost gem that never had the chance to explode into our laps on a crispy Christmas morning, considering the footage alone that is out on the internet, showed us a new way to play Star Wars games with the ability to go to space, to ground in a conquest mode with a robust story about clone Jedis and the rise and fall of the Empire. Every single Star Wars fan in 2008 was reveling over the beauty that was Battlefront 3 until it was cancelled, and we never thought we'd hear it again. We had a few leaked images, we had a few leaked versions of, say, the Wii. We even had production notes that were leaked. But then, in 2016, however, there was light at the end of the tunnel. An older build fell into the fandom's hands, and while it wasn't the most recent or finished version, which many believe there to be a 90% finished version out there, which some people say they have, but they won't leak it. But as someone who's able to play the 2016 and older build of the game for Xenia, I have to say, it makes me wish this game was complete and released. Just imagining it in 2008, Christmas morning, you wake up for a Battlefront 3. Every single child would be just playing this. I would be playing this version of Battlefront 3 today if it was finished. But with what I have played, I've just been so damn excited for what we have. What you're seeing right now is me playing the game with a controller on Xenia. However, as you can tell, it is buggy, the graphics do not load, and the frame rate isn't the best. Now, in time, this may change. They may actually be able to run it at full resolutions, higher frame rates, and none of this glitchiness, but that remains to be seen. However, if you have a dev kit Xbox 360 or JTAG Xbox 360, you can indeed play this game with no visual hiccups, but weirder performance, which is fairly abysmal at 15 FPS at times, and not even at 30. Most times, and I imagine on Xbox it would get worse. Gameplay wise, however, this is where it shines. To be able to fight in space on a capital ship and take a fighter and dogfight down and dive into the planet's surface is a giddy feeling that even in an unfinished state, revels your imagination and lets you enjoy yourself like you did playing with your old Star Wars figurines as a child. It is such an experience to have this that even in this unfinished state, it just blows my mind what they were able to get done in 2008. Remember, this is on the 360 and PS3. And while it may not even look the best even by those standards, the concept of being able to come down from space onto on a planet into a battlefield is fantastic, and we rarely saw that, or if at all, in that generation. Even now with the Xbox One and PS4, we do not see that in games, and it's a shame. I imagine that if Battlefront 3 from Free Radical came out in 2008, there'd be so much more oomph in video games now, for the fact that it's like, okay, let's try to do ground to space, or space to ground. Moving on to the shooting, it's obviously mixed. The shooting is acceptable, and the AI is to bad. However, this isn't the finished build, and Xenia may not be running all the bells and whistles in the game files. So to me, it's good enough to get at least a small experience of the game, even if that experience is iffy to say the least. The best part, I think, of what Free Radical's Battlefront 3 is it's chock full of OTM prequel units and maps, with even Legends locations. There is no god-awful sequel trilogy content, which is fantastic as it focuses on a simpler, more enjoyable time in Star Wars history and the Star Wars fandom. The units are vast, from Wookiees, Droidicus to Grievous's bodyguards, and even Night Sisters. You can really see the love Radical's Battlefront 3 had in terms of heroes. It's got all the top-notch ones: Anakin, Dooku, Padme, and even Tarful. Yes, Tarful. We could have had Tarful as a hero. Damn you, CEO that cancelled Battlefront 3, you swinghead. In the end, the game is vast and fun, and even in this non-finished build, it is something to be experienced in its own right. To be able to say that I have played with the controller the Battlefront 3 Alpha or Pre-Alpha, whatever it was, and had an idea of what it felt like to play this game, it's such a feeling. It also hurts. It hurts this game was never released, and it also hurts that we haven't had any games since then that can go, hey guys, look, here's space to ground, ground to space, here's all these beautiful elements, here's this big game mode available offline as well. It is a damn shame. And I have to say, anyone who has the almost finished build of the game must be living the dream. Almost all bugs done, who knows, maybe somebody actually got the finished build and then completely 100%ed it and went, yeah, I can play the whole game now. Like, I imagine that was a thing, and if there's anybody out there that has that, good on you. Now please leak it. While Xenia still has a way to go for the game is running better, and the fact that it's not all of it is usable since it's not all there is a shame. But if you're someone who wishes to see the story and elements of Free Radical's Battlefront 3, I recommend trying out Battlefront Elite Squadron on the PlayStation Portable. While the controls are sticky and the graphics are dull, the gameplay is, however, on point. And the content is pretty much what was going to be in Free Radical's Battlefront 3. So the legacy of Battlefront 3 still lives on, and hopefully one day the OG 90% version of the game will leak. Until then, try the Xenia. Hell, if you're really good at all that stuff, try to help out and make the game even more playable, because at the moment, it's an experience. But just to imagine with all the graphical updates fixed and maybe some AI fixed, and even finding new content fixed, or even mods it, which there are mods out there, maybe, just maybe, the Star Wars fandom could get a bigger taste of what that original Battlefront 3 was. Until then, however, I'm the one Sith, and I shall see you all in Asgard. Bye.